How's it, guys? So today I'm going to look at EURUSD. We're going to do a top-down analysis on euro against the dollar, right? So as I've mentioned already on the group, I'm going to do a detailed top-down analysis on this asset so that we can see how we can approach it the rest of September and ultimately the rest of the year. So yeah, as you all have noted, I've already marked my previous old high and my previous old low. Now in terms of liquidity, we're going to have external range here, right? Sell stops, right? We've got external range of sell stops, right? And then above we've got our previous old high that is going to have external range buy stops, right? Now the reason why I'm saying previous old high and previous old high is for me to define the range, you see. So we've got our range where we can now start playing around with our institutional order flow. But now remember, we are on a monthly chart, right? As such, we need to focus on the recent time frame in defining our PDRs, right? And recent time frames that I'm talking about, most probably in the last between 4 to 6 months, right? And within the last 4 to 6 months, we have seen price traded to the upside, right? We have seen price move from this monthly bullish order block, and this order block was formed when price was also in discount. What discount am I talking about? This range here, that was a discount. So we've got this monthly bullish order block, which I'm not sure if price, it will take some huge strength in dollar for price to trade back to these levels below 1.078. It will take some huge strength. So now with that said, so we've got September, August, July, June, May, and then April. April is the OB, right? But with the recent uptrend that we have seen in EURUSD, the recent uptrend has given us an array, a very important array, in the form of fair value, right? Fair value gap, right? So this is our monthly fair value gap. You see, that's our monthly fair value gap, right? Now that gap has got a low and a high. I'm not going to mark that out. Just remember that with the gray shaded area, that is our monthly fair value gap. I might need to make this a bit small because this is a monthly chart. So yeah, the time frame is going to be too big, right there, right? So this monthly fair value gap here, now remember, we are bearish on dollar. For the rest of the year we are bearish on dollar, meaning we're going to be hunting for long opportunities on EURUSD. So what I'm doing right now is basically defining the levels of interest where I would say, okay, I can look for longs here, targeting this level. I can look for my buy positions here, targeting such and such a level. As it is right now, I'm pretty sure we are going towards 1.128 So basically $13 on Euro USD. Mark my words, $13. Today's the what? 5th of September. So $13 is your long-term target in terms of where price is trading to on Euro USD. Now this is a previous old high, but price is already traded through, right? The buy stops here have been liquidated, right? These buy stops have been traded through, right? Okay, let me put it on the left. Let me put it on the left top so that it's not in our way. Price is already traded through, but it still remains a target once we have price in discount. It's still a target. 1.113 is still a target for longs, you see. So you need to understand that hunting for long opportunities here, targeting say this previous old high, even last month's high, is now a target in terms of when you are going long on Euro USD. And this one has got internal range liquidity of buy stop. Internal range liquidity of buy stops, right? I don't need to explain what are buy stops. If you're in the mentorship, you already know what we are talking about. So we've got buy stops above that level there. So let's put it on the right at the top. So we've got those buy stops. That's a target. You see, you'll be looking for price to trade to these levels, but that target only comes after price is traded into discount. That's when you can target these levels that I've marked. Now you can see already we are now trading above this bearish order block. You see, we're now trading above this monthly bearish order block, meaning our uptrend is now confirmed. On Euro USD, the uptrend is now confirmed. So hunting for longs is the way forward, right? So look for shorting opportunities at your own peril, right? Because you'll be basically going against the trend if you're going to be hunting for shorts on Euro USD. But yes, if the data comes out positive, say for Euro, there's nothing wrong in shorting Euro. If the data comes out negative for the dollar, there's nothing wrong in shorting Euro, right? So understand that at this moment in time, given where we are in terms of market cycles and all that, we are approaching already the fourth quarter. We are in the last month of the third quarter. We are now approaching the fourth quarter. There is going to be shifts in the market, and the shift that I'm anticipating right now on Euro USD is to the upside. So that's on the monthly chart, right? There isn't much in terms of discount that I can highlight on this monthly chart other than the main one, which is this monthly fair value gap, right? The only thing which might really take price back to this discount range here is FOMC and things like NFP. Tomorrow we've got NFP, and then I think 17 or 18 we've got FOMC. Those are things that can really drop Euro USD from the current price levels. But from a trend point of view, no, I think longs are ideal. So I'm gonna go on to the weekly chart, right? So now this is the weekly. Take note of our monthly fair value gap, right? Our ultimate target is right up here, $1.1280, right? So basically $1.13. That's our target. Look at those internal range liquidity of buy stops, right? These two equal highs. So we've got this up close candle here. Its high came in at 1.12009. the high of the following came in at 1.12016. So these are what we call relatively equal highs, right? So basically price will be drawn to that level. This is what we call the draw on liquidity, right? The draw on liquidity, which is this level here. Let's see if I can make this a bit skewed. The draw on liquidity right now on euro is to the upside. Now on the weekly chart, is there anything interesting in terms of your PD areas? You see, those are the questions you have to ask yourself, right? Is there anything interesting other than what we have already marked on the monthly chart, right? I'm not going to talk about discount areas that are inside this monthly. So this is a bullish order block. I didn't write this properly. This is a bullish order block, folks. That was my mistake here. This is a bullish order block, right? So anything other than this fair value gap, anything lower, that will probably be a change in our directional bias. So we need to focus on longs, and on the weekly right now there isn't much that we can define, right? So we go to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, your focus is on the gray shaded area, which is our monthly fair value gap. Now inside that we already have a daily bullish OP, right? You can see there we've got a daily bullish order block, right? That's inside our monthly fair value gap. Remember, MWD, you always look at higher time frame, and just above that we had a consolidation. You can see price consolidated here for like 1, 2, 3, 4 days, right? Then after that it resumed an uptrend and left this bullish order block, right? On the daily we have another daily bullish OB, right? So with that in mind, we already have two levels of interest, two levels in terms of points of interest where we could be hunting for what? For long opportunities. Now this is on the daily, and remember the target is up here, right? So you'll be looking for something like price dropping into these levels, right, before it goes to the upside, right? It trades, say, from the current levels, it goes back into this bullish order block before it goes to the upside, you see. Okay, let me use the right tool for this. Let me use the right tool. So you'll be hunting for something like this, you see, and then all the way to the upside, you see. That's what you'll be hunting for on a lower time frame, or ultimately to this daily bullish order block here, you see. Price will definitely find a bit of resistance here, and then return to the level, and then eventually take off, you see. So this will be my focus. This will be something that I'll be looking for when I'm on this chart. That's what I would like to see, right? It might not pan out like that, guys. So you need to understand that it's only a forecast, but it's a guideline on how you're going to approach trading Euro USD to the dollar, right? And you can see all these order blocks that I've marked, they're all high probabilities because they are accompanied by what? Fair value gaps. They are all high probability. They are going to offer you the opportunity to get something out of the market. Remember, that's the whole point. You need to be in a position to get something. These are levels that are going to give you 20 pips a day. These are levels that are going to give you a guaranteed setup. You're talking about 85 to 90% chance on that setup once price returns to that level. Ultimately, we also have this daily bullish OB here, but if price does drop to these levels here, then we might be talking of something different would have come out, say from things like FOMC, you see. Something would have totally came out not as anticipated. You see, right now the market is already talking of 50 basis point rate cut, which I think might be a bit extreme, but it all depends with the number that we are going to get tomorrow on the job support, right? But 25 basis points, I think that is now priced in. We are going to get a 25 basis point rate cut from the Fed. So coming back to these two bullish order blocks, right? So your target is above these relatively two equal highs or this opposing PD array, which is a daily bearish order block. You see, it's also a high probability, right? A high probability daily bearish order block. It will be a target. Once price reaches there and you are in a long position, it will be time for you to take what? Profit, you see, because price will definitely find resistance. Then we go to the H4 chart. Now once on the H4 chart, remember you are focusing on your daily bullish order block level. So that's number one, and number two is right here, you see. So inside those levels there, let's focus on the first OB, right? The first order block, you can see here we've got fair value, right? We've got a fair value gap right there. Now that is, we're now on H4. We're now on H4. This is a level that will provide you proper trade setup. Now what you'd want to see, if price drops into this level, right? The moment price is in that level, that's when you jump onto the calendar. You have to be in a position to see where the calendar, what's happening in terms of fundamentals. For instance, let's say tomorrow is now a bit closer. If NFP comes out, right, we approach half past 2 and price is inside this fair value gap, chances of a negative NFP will be very high, so that there's a catalyst to move price to the upside, you see. So you jump onto the calendar and see if there's any fundamentals, upcoming fundamentals, especially if we do get price redistribute into this fair value here, like what it did here today. You see here, like this level here, you see this level, it is a tiny fair value gap, but it's still imbalance. You see, price traded back and there's an H4 bullish order block right here. I'm not gonna mark this because they're a bit now outside of my point of interest. You see, this bullish order block was high probability. Price traded back into this level. The moment price traded back into this level, I'm sure that's when we were getting negative fundamental for EURUSD. Okay, for dollar I mean. Let me come to the browser so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. We go to investing.com, right, and then we go to the calendar. We go to the calendar. So we're looking for times when it was at what time was this? Okay, let me go to the next lower time frame. Right, you see this candle here, the one that traded back into discount. This is what I'm talking about, right? The time price traded back into this level, which is 4. Okay, so that's H1. Let's go to 30 minutes. I'm just trying to be precise. So we're talking of 4:30. If we go onto the calendar, 4:30, what did we have? Right, there's nothing at 4:30. There's 4 o'clock where we had positive news for the dollar. You see, positive PMIs, positive PMI, positive PMI. Positive PMIs resulted in euro losing its what? Its grip on the uptrend, right? Positive news for the dollar, you get a weaker euro USD. That weaker euro USD, which resulted in, because of those positive PMIs, you see, price was just trading back into discount. Remember, when everyone else is looking for buying opportunity, you look for sell opportunity. When everyone is hunting for sell opportunities, you look for buying opportunities. So everyone would have been selling Euro USD, right? But after that, you see price come back into discount, and then 30-40 minutes later price is now pushing to the upside, because it's a high probability bullish order block. That's what I'm saying. If we do get price coming back into this level here, a huge drop in price to this level, right, it can be at the back of a high impact fundamental. You need to see that, right? Once that has happened, then you're in a position to ride the move to the upside, you see. But since tomorrow is Friday and we have NFP, chances are very slim for price to trade back to this H4 fair value gap here, unless if something happens overnight or prior to NFP, during this whole time and until NFP comes out. If something drastic happens and we have a drop in price, right now the forecast for NFP is a higher number, which looking at the fundamentals that we've been getting, that might be a bit of a stretch, but it can happen, right? So the focus is at 164k. The US economy has added 164k. That's the estimate. So anything below that smells danger for dollar, right? But the most important one to look out for is the unemployment rate. NFP can come out positive, right? It can come out way above 164, but if this unemployment rate is negative, this will take precedence. That's where you're going to see, say, a run of stops. Maybe euro is going to get weak a bit, but eventually you get a move to the upside. I'm sure you've seen this has happened 2 times already this year, where we had a positive NFP, but the unemployment rate was negative, and it only affected dollar maybe a couple of 30-40 minutes after the news had come out, right? So those are the things you need to be looking out for in terms of how you're going to be trading Euro USD going forward. You need to be in a position to identify your discount areas as they are being formed, as they are being shown on your chart. Right now, I think the 2 most important ones that we have is the daily bullish order blocks 1 and 2, and the monthly fair value gap. Those are high probability levels where price is likely to offer opportunities to trade to the upside, and ultimately we are looking for price to go all the way to $1.13 on Euro USD, right? So yeah, it does not hurt to stick in, say, maybe a 0.1 or 0.5, and then you ride it out until maybe $13. It does not hurt. And remember, this is not financial advice, guys. You can do this on your practice account. I'm not advising people to put their hard-earned money on the table here. So this is for class purpose only. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys in regards to what I envision to see Euro USD doing in the near 2 to 3 months, or until the end of the year. I'm pretty sure we are going to reach $13 on the euro. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. If you have any questions, you can just send them on the group, and I'll definitely attend to them. And if you're not in the mentorship group and you'd like to join, just send me a message, DM me on my socials and all that. And for those who haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, please just click the subscribe button there, and make sure you've got your notifications turned on so that you don't miss any upload that I would have done. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, folks. I wish you nothing but the best and good luck in your trading. Thank you.